Hey everybody, welcome to my usual Boyle Sports videos previewing the weekend. Of course, it's international break. Come on, England! There you go, that's an England cap for you. One of the three that I won. I get very excited about international breaks. I know that there's a lot of apathy these days towards international breaks from a lot of football fans that love their club football, day in, day out, all the stories about Jose and Pep and Klopp. But I very much am an international football fan, and it's the oldest international football game of them all. 1872, the first episode of, it was Scotland against England, north of the border. They've played 112 times since. I think that England have 47 wins to Scotland's 41 or 44 wins to 41. It's very tight, and the interesting thing about this game is that there seems to be a lot of doom and gloom around Scotland. They lost 3-0 against Slovakia. They drew the game before that against Lithuania. And they've certainly got striking problems that we'll go into. But if Scotland beat England at Wembley with 15,000 coming down the road, as they will, they leapfrog England. So it's one of those spicy rivalries that I always remember, the home internationals of the 70s and 80s. The Scots coming down in 1977 and beating England and tearing down the bar, and all these hordes of barbarians from north of the Hadrian's Wall were on the pitch, taking the netting, taking the bar, and then going into central London, Trafalgar Square, and getting involved, jumping in the water there and hanging the saltires. So for me, it's a very, very exciting event. Hopefully on the pitch things will translate as such. So let's go to the game in particular. I think that Gareth Southgate will go fairly pragmatic. I do think that he'll bring, for example, Harry Kane into the side, who scored in the North London derby, to lead the line. I think that his captain Wayne Rooney will play. Interestingly, Jack Wilshere's in the squad. Now, Jack Wilshere, when I was up at Celtic Park to watch Scotland against England about, 2 years ago now? It's been about October time, 2 years ago. Jack ran the show. And I just wonder whether Gareth would have remembered that and think there's an opportunity for Jack to play. He's one of those players that, in the hustle and bustle of a derby game, he's got that little bit of cleverness to make things happen, to slow things down, a little 1-2, get himself in the box. And that was proven up at Celtic Park. So I just wonder whether Jack Wilshere may have a role to play. In terms of the scoreline, Scotland are struggling to score goals. One in their last two. They lost 3-0 against Slovakia. We don't know the fitness of Stephen Fletcher, that I think had a little bit of a knock, but he hasn't scored in his last 5 games for Scotland. Of course, they've got the likes of Lee Griffiths and Chris Martin. But England have kept, 3 clean sheets on the bounce now? I can't see anybody in a Scotland shirt. Look, it's a derby game, and you always have to put that into some sort of context, that there's always the ability. Remember Donald Hutchinson all those years ago scoring against a superior, talented England side at Wembley to win the game 1-0. So it's more than possible. Scott Brown comes back into the squad, ratting around, and he has real quality. He's played a lot of Champions League games. But I'm going to go for England to win the game and win it by a clear margin and keep a clean sheet. 2-0 to England. Come on, England, but man the Scots. It's going to be a ding-dong derby at Wembley, and Call Collymore will be live from 10 till 11 through the Call Collymore app. Boyle Sports, of course, is one of our premium sponsors. We'll be taking your calls on 0330 380 9911. That's 10 till 11 after the game on Friday night. Welcome to Boyle Sports. Join today, place a tenner bet, and you'll get 20 quid in free bets. Come on!